We're at
so you don't have to play out.
6:11. So, roll call. Sage Alexander, not present. Emily Kessler, not present. Teresa Baxter, not present. Susan Horowitz is excused. Iris Hannon, present. Danielle Cavany,
Here.
Eve Lacey, Jennifer Miller, here. Melody Niski is excused today. Nettie Pepper, Cindy Tiger, here. All right, and Angela is excused today. Laura?
I'm here.
Councilperson Susie Hidalgo Berry is not here tonight yet. And Eric is with me, and Eric is here.
Yeah.
Public invited to be heard.
No.
Corrections to the May 16th minutes. Anyone got any corrections? Everybody looked at your minutes, right?
I did. It looked good to me.
Okay. I need a motion to approve the minutes. Second? Second. Betty. All in favor of approving the minutes? That is 6 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions. Or is there abstentions from people that aren't here?
No, because I'm not here. So
Okay.
they're just...
Addition, corrections?
Who was the first to move?
Eve moved, Betty seconded.
Sorry, we're gonna go so fast.
Yeah, I know.
I know, we are gonna go fast. I'm not a slow pony anyway. Okay. Are there any additions or corrections to tonight's agenda? No? Laura, you don't have any additions or corrections?
Debbie brought up that she would like a new link to the maintenance report, but that's not due. But I'm gonna send it to you all after this so that we get a refresh on the maintenance reports as a PDF as well as a website. But I added that under new business with the college report.
Council comments?
Or
Nominating committee, Jennifer and Danielle. So, how did the interviews go?
Very interesting.
You had 5 people?
No, we had 4 counting Iris, right? Didn't we have 3 this time?
But we're just counting the one, just the 3 that the last interviews.
So we had
Yes,
3
left.
people.
Yeah, just the 3, yep.
Okay.
We had 3. We did recommend all 3 of them to go on to council for their approval. And Iris.
Okay.
Iris is re-upping.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna be great additions.
Okay.
And we still are looking for, our top priorities are still somebody who, our top priorities what we're looking for in this round also are diversity, people who have some skills and abilities to bring to the city and to the arts, and knowledge of the AIPP, at least some knowledge of the AIPP. So we felt like all 3 of them did.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to, I'm supposed to ask Susie when the interviews are scheduled, but did you have an interview with the council already?
Yes, I did one already, and I got my letter.
With us though, but
Yeah,
not-
just, that was the council.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe, we don't
Maybe,
know.
I don't know.
I didn't
Okay.
have a second interview.
I didn't have a second interview.
Okay.
I thought somebody
I don't
told me
think
that.
that you will. I don't think, but we don't, you know, some of the stuff is like different every time,
Right.
so.
Yeah,
But
right.
it seems like it's still going to council, and council is having this brief interview.
Because I have had Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom interview with council. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know if they'll be approved for the next meeting? Maybe, we don't.
We hope so, because
Yeah,
I think that this is the
We'll go to
last.
council, I would think, either maybe next week's meeting, or when they would vote to approve.
Either that or they're gonna have to schedule their Zoom interviews
Yeah.
or something.
No.
All right, so, great, thank you.
Yes, it was fun.
Clover Meadows Park, selection panel process, Jennifer and Teresa. Well, Jennifer, also report.
Okay, so we had all, I mean, Angela is so impressive. I just cannot say enough about how she's so good at facilitating the process, the voting, the fairness, the impartiality of each person. And so we did have, you know, I think we reported on, we had one meeting where we went through the 94 applicants and brought them and chose the 3 that we want to hear from. Then we had the meeting of 3 artists making their presentations by Zoom. They were all from out of state. So they were all on Zoom, showing us their studio, slides of what they've done, presenting their budgets and the whole thing. And then we were able to choose the one that we really liked. All of them were really interesting. And of course, there's not like a one way you do this kind of thing. So each presented in a slightly different way. Some of them were more organized than others. Some of them emphasized some things more than others. And then we, you know, Parks, 2 people from the city of Parks were, I think they were both from the Parks Department, were giving their feedback about how this would look in the park, how it would fit. Do we want a piece that you look up to? Do we want a piece that's like mainly on the ground? We talked about this a fair amount. And then anyway, we did choose one artist. I don't know this person's name. I forgot what his name is.
Yeah, it's not under contract yet, so
I thought it was.
they're working on it.
They are working on it. He is currently getting a redesign approved by the city, so there's no contract as of yet.
So, I mean, I just cannot say enough things about Angela's process and how we all did it. And, you know, there was a very fair discussion with everyone giving input, and then we voted by secret ballot, and then, you know, she's got ways of handling it also. But anyway, that part was great. Certainly, the process of doing this, you know, you can apply everything that you want to see for the park, all the creativity of this artist, who you like, you know, all these different factors. But the truth is, what they propose is probably not what we're going to get, because it all has to go through a revision.
Yeah.
So we end up voting on something. They propose something, we end up voting on that, but that's not what we're going to get, and we don't really know yet.
It's going to be close. It's going to
You
be
think?
close. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do. I think because they have the basic concept, and they might have to change things or change the heights and something, but it'll be
It'll be going that direction.
Yeah.
More that direction than any other direction.
Yeah. Okay. The thing that I've been to 5 or 6 of these now, and when we did Fox Meadows, which is the next topic, I had to tell the people, the selection committee, what you're looking at in these slides is their body of work, and you're not going to get anything like this when they submit, and that's hard to understand, but you're not going to get anything like this. And what you're looking at is who has the designs that I like, who sort of has the same feeling about what we'd like in the park, and who, you know, do you like the media they work in, or do you like the you know, giant mammoth things they do, or do you like, you know, it's really a hard thing, especially for, I think, the selection panel that are from the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
That they don't, it's hard to conceive that, oh, I really like that little bear, but you're not going to get a little bear.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, so it's a hard thing to understand. I think Angela does a really good job of trying to describe that, but really
She does try. And
it's so hard to explain, because people see what they're expecting to see what they see, and that's not what you're going to get.
it's a combination between intuition, the spirit of this person's creativity and how it lines up with with my personal idea of creativity, and also the quantifiable factor, which is, did they follow the instructions? Did they answer the questions we asked? Did they give us the information we want?
Yeah.
And Angela does stress that a fair amount, because we ask them, like, they have to do their artist statement. They have to answer these particular questions, like, you know, what's your timetable? Have you done these outdoor things before? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to stress that, you know, when you're choosing artwork, you don't see the back end of it. So Angela's doing a great job as an admin to make sure that the artworks that we're getting are top quality, but also the artists are easy to work with, and they're, you know, checking out the boxes. So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why she emphasizes that so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, the quality is like insane that she adheres to.
Yeah, it is. It's quite an interesting process. I haven't made exactly these kinds of decisions before, but I have done this kind of stuff before, where you have like a giant pile of paper and you're trying to look through it, trying to figure out where you want to give money or where you want to. And sometimes it's just, you know, there's no rules that make it foolproof. So anyway, it's gonna be really interesting, but we all really did like the artist that we chose, and we also did really like the person's vision. Now, we'll see what we get next.
I want to especially thank Nettie and Eve for helping out
Yes,
on that
thank
with the timekeeping and the question passing back and forth. That was really helpful, and we appreciate your help on that. And as we said, we're just waiting for the artist to come, or the artist has come back with another design. We're just waiting for the city to
I
find it.
think that Angela needs to have a meeting with RISC to confirm that the new design is approved and then they can move forward.
Okay.
But it's very close, it's very, very close.
Okay, then next is, thanks, I'm glad that's going along.
Yes, thank you.
And that seems to be in process.
And these,
I mean, that park is in process.
you know, I think this is about my third one too. This is the first time I've been on the actual selection panel, but if you can possibly come to any of these things, it's really great. It's so worth it to see.
Yes,
the
it
whole
really
process.
is worth it. It really is worth it. I strongly encourage everybody to come. I came to both of the Clover Park and the Clover Meadows and the Fox Meadows and not able to vote, but as we all know, I have opinions on everything.
Well,
So-
anyone can comment.
Yes, anybody can comment.
After the panel makes all their comments, then, you know, public is invited
Yeah.
to comment. So
It's completely,
We're really proud
it's
of it, yeah.
completely worthwhile to try it out. Which also reminds me, are we keeping track of our hours still?
I would like you to.
So all those hours that we put in on those are, keep track.
Why do we want to keep track of that?
Because,
We have a new volunteer coordinator here at the museum, and she's doing an amazing job just basically quantifying, you know, what you guys do for the museum. And it's really important to us that, you know, we recognize you and also see how much you give back. Because, yeah, what you do, it means things to us, and we want to make sure that we see it and that you get seen.
What I've been
SED, right, or SED, whatever.
Some grants do ask how many hours of volunteer time. Incidentally, our Public Places Commission actually has the highest number of volunteer hours of all the various groups that, you know, between docents and people who work in collections and things like that. So congratulations to you all for all the work.
if this makes it any easier for anybody, what I've been doing is I've just been keeping track of my calendar. I just make it sort of like a little all-day thing, and I say AIPP 3.5 hours, AIPP 0.5 hours, and just under each day that I do something. And just make a note in my calendar, then when the time comes to tabulate it, it'll all be there.
And then there'll be a big party.
Yes, woo! Okay, so on to number 9, Fox Meadows Park. There were 77 submissions to review to whittle down to the short list. This week, I believe, this week or next week, they're actually starting construction of the park. They fenced it off and they mowed the grasses down, which the people in the selection committee were like, oh, they mowed all the grass down. But they're all excited about there being a park there soon. So Nettie, it says, ask Pamela and Nettie how submission review is going. Didn't we do that? Didn't we,
Submission review?
yeah, I don't understand even the question here.
Did you come down to the 3?
We did
Yeah.
pare it down to 3.
Yeah, okay.
We actually pared it down to 3 and an alternate.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty happy with the 3 we chose. They're very different,
Yeah, each one.
very different. So, you know, any of them would look good in the park. So, and so we're there. The meeting is
July 22nd.
July 22nd for.
It's on Monday though.
Yes, it's Monday, July 22nd is the paring down of the seeing the presentations by the 3.
Do we know what time?
I believe we're going to try and start at 4.
I think it was 3.
3 was the earliest, I think 4 is
Okay.
time.
Trying to start early.
And I really strongly encourage people to come because it's really interesting.
Includes
Watching the
Yeah,
presentation by the artist is really interesting about who's professional, who's not professional, who meets the criteria, and the things that, no matter what the submissions look like, you get something different. You get something completely different.
We are also anticipating the 3 artists to come in and do an in-person presentation, which is
2 from
really,
Colorado and 1 from Santa Fe, so
wow.
yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Debbie, do you have any other additions to that meeting that we had, or not?
It is 3 that we have, 3 o'clock.
Okay, okay.
22nd,
I think Angela will follow up, but
Okay, can you send a note to everyone?
yeah, oh no, yeah, Angela will probably send a note to everyone saying, hey, this is happening, please RSVP, because we have to make sure that we have enough food for everybody.
And good choices about the food we've been having. Great. Very happy with that.
Good, I'm glad.
Okay, next, 10, shop art. Now, has everybody voted? Has everybody looked at the boxes and voted? Do you need help this weekend?
To go tomorrow.
No, I don't need any help, but yes, if you can go and go vote, that would be awesome. If they are, I'm moving the boxes over to the museum on Monday.
Do you need help with that?
Do I mean, if anybody wants to help at Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning, like,
Don't they?
but it also
Something
doesn't have to
not
get
open.
involved. They're open at 9. They're usually, their doors.
Somebody's.
Weekly.
Okay.
No, I only really need help setting up so that you guys can have a decision on what it looked like. Because, boxes and designs and the way that they look all together is it's something that you guys take pride in, and I wanted to give that to you. Which you did.
Where are we setting them up in the museum?
Here in the atrium.
Are they gonna just come on those little tables?
Yes, the tables will be used. Same kind of setup. I don't think we're going to do the long way. I think we'll probably do 2 rows so that they're not quite in the way of everything. But I still need to talk to Justin, who's the venues, the atrium steward, auditorium coordinator.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
So
you're not in
what I'm
that.
saying is the tables are next to me with the paper on it and the numbers, and so all we have to do is match up the boxes to the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which I don't necessarily need help doing that. So I'm fine. I was just planning on doing it myself.
Well, if you need
coordinate
help.
with summer camp check-in as well, so not in the way.
Yeah, I think they're going to be on the far side of the atrium, not quite in the front, because we already nixed the benches in the windows as a place because they're too many people sit there. There's too much interference with the kids. Yeah, so if you haven't gone to go vote this week, it's moving over here until July 13th. We close July 13th. That's also the free day at the museum. I have already counted a little under 300 votes, and I still have a big stack that I need to go through, and I haven't been to collect votes in about a week. So I'm assuming that there's another probably 200 or so in that box. So we're getting a pretty decent turnout.
Are you finding them easy to understand?
Oh yeah, and I'd say that of the submissions, maybe 10 of them are not legit.
Really?
And
Well, not legit, but legible.
Legible, legit, or like ballot stuffing. Like nobody's playing games with us, which is great.
Excellent. Okay, and in July, the AIPP will be looking at the results. We'll be tabulating, and I don't even know who's on that committee.
Eve?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was kind of.
Oh yeah, no.
I kind of missed
Eve,
the whole-
Pamela, and Sage are on the shop art committee.
And me.
Oh yes, you joined.
And then just a note, I don't know if anybody really cares too much about it, but apparently there was somebody from last year who didn't paint their box. And now they're painting the one by Ziggy's at Hover, and Angela told me, because I saw it and it looked like someone had just decided to paint this box.
Oh,
The one at Ziggy's?
Ziggy's on
Over at 17?
at Hover.
Really?
And I said something to you guys, and Angela said it actually was somebody from
Yeah,
last year
so-
who hadn't had a chance to paint. But anyway, it's not done yet still.
so Sage had a box before they joined the commission, and then it got accidentally graffiti sealed before they were able to finish the box.
Yes.
And then they tried to prime it just in certain areas, but it just wasn't working. So Sage was reassigned to that box at Ziggy's.
Got it.
So that they're now painting that because they are under contract to still paint a box, but they can't paint their original box because it's primed.
Okay.
Or it's kind of a material nightmare.
Okay, well, anyway, it's not done yet.
But there is another artist that hasn't finished from last year it's on Clover Basin. But it's like the Mario box.
Yeah.
I haven't passed that box in a while and I haven't heard from the artist.
They seem to think that they're done, I think. It doesn't look like the box that we got as the,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess that's also another Angela thing because she deals with the contracts.
Yeah.
And she's the one that's been interacting with that artist in particular to get that done, so. That's a good thing to check in on.
That's a great box set, CD's location.
It is, yeah.
It's a really good, I didn't have it on my short list for this year because it's in pretty good shape, but it's a really good location. All right. So sometime in July, we'll all get together and we'll look at the counts and we'll decide which box goes where. Let's see. So Pam and Sage aren't here, but have you looked at the list to see which ones?
I did, and I submitted it to Angela, and she sent it. Sorry, I didn't bring it. Thought there was a kind of more final list.
Okay.
But I guess there's not much to do until
I think we
have
just,
boxes to assign.
yeah, we had gotten recommendations from LPC on the boxes that needed to be addressed like immediately. And then also a few others that were, still in okay shape, but definitely need a little bit more love. So we came up with a short list and then I emailed you earlier this month. But I haven't heard back from either Sage or Pamela about those locations. So we might need to have a meeting about it just to finalize it at some point, but.
Because we have 7 boxes for this year?
Yeah, we're gonna paint 7 boxes this year. We have 8 that are kind of like need to paint / prefer to paint. But again, I can't really comment, I guess, without Angela here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it wasn't totally clear to me like what if I was supposed to do something after that.
I took the list and I just drove around town. And I spent a couple of hours just driving by the boxes and saying, yeah, that one looks good, yeah, that one, took some pictures and said this one is in terrible shape, this one looks perfectly fine. I don't know why they want to do this one. We can't do that one because it's in a horrible location that nobody can even see, that sort of thing. I just drove by to their list. Because they sent us a list of like 20 boxes.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree. Some of the boxes, I think, when I think about an artist painting on the side of the road, it's very unsafe, and I would not want to do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, then the other thing I was a little confused about is that some of them were like across the street from another box that was already painted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, and one of those was one that I think is on the approved list, and so I thought, okay, but. Anyway,
Some of them
there's a million of those
I think we
boxes
just-
down, so maybe we don't need to have them across the street from them.
Yes, I mean, ideally, they're kind of, more spread out, but some boxes are just in worse shape than others, and it's just.
Right along the Culver and in that area, there are a lot of boxes and there are a lot of them that are painted. But as they get older and weather worn, LPC wants to have them painted. I get it, but yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we just need a little bit more coaching on what it is that you want us to do.
Yes, I agree.
So, item 11, maintenance. The conservator came to do a little bit of work on Nature's Way because on top of all its other little problems, something came along and graffitied it. So, Angela sent me a picture of the big trees wrapped in, the conservator wrapped it in burlap to kind of keep it
Totally disintegrated.
disintegrating, yes, keep it from
I
disintegrating.
thought didn't she wrap that so that they weren't going to keep graffitiing it because it just kept getting more graffiti? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
That was part of it.
okay. I thought it was just to like keep people from graffiti because it became a graffiti fight.
There's,
basically.
that maintenance project is moving along slow and steady. But that's fine. We've got a plan, we've got the money, we're just going along and getting it done. And is everybody doing their maintenance reports?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, how are we doing?
I don't see this.
So what we decided last time, which maybe everybody remembers or maybe not, is that if you get the GPS for your artwork, if you go every couple of months or every 3 months or every 6 months, you don't have to GPS again if it hasn't moved. But like once a year, get a GPS on it, so we can, because the GPS will get better and better, we can refine it more and more, but yeah, the first maintenance, the first report on everything involves GPS, it takes a while, but after, it should be like, oh, look, I'm just driving by the Humane Society and they've got that dog is on my list. You drive in there and you look it over, no graffiti, and you drive away. It takes 20 seconds.
And the app is really fast too.
Yeah.
The app is great, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I, like the brass plaque on the street in front of the little old church on Main, it's getting very warm. I mean, you can walk over it all day long, every day, right? And I don't know, I texted Angela, and she said, well, there's really not much we can do. It's going to leave us at some point.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know if it could be recast or whatever, eventually, but
When we do a bronze cast or something, do we get the cast or does ours keep it?
No, the artist keeps it.
Okay.
And it's over 20, almost 20
Yes,
years now,
that's
so
old.
I
That's
can't
one of the
imagine.
first ones we did.
25.
So,
yeah, I just love that piece so much, but,
you know, the painting in the library, the blue, whatever it's called, that's based on that.
that's right.
It doesn't have the detail or what are the interesting detail in it, but it is based on that.
Okay.
Just FYI. Because I know everything.
And then I'm gonna send out an email as per Nettie's request of the online, so that we just have it front and center, so that you can just get to it and not have to dig around for it.
Thank you.
Has anybody seen any problems with any of their maintenance? Damage, graffiti?
Any of their,
Yeah, the pieces that you were assigned, is there any major things that are happening?
The cost around that is iffy. Around the one on, the bronze.
The bronze plaque, the caulking.
Yeah. But that's on my list. I'm just gonna fill it out. Yeah.
Also, the caulking around, I don't know if this has been addressed, but the one around the day-to-day fencing, piece in one of the breezeways, it needs attention around its frame, right? You see?
Oh, the Day of the Dead one.
Yeah.
It's called. Yes,
Yeah,
those
it's
are
not,
or something.
Luna.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is
That's
that your-
getting pulled off. I don't know what the.
Is anyone assigned that piece that is in this room? Even if you see that, something like that inside your artwork, just go ahead and submit a maintenance
Right, that's
report.
what I've pretty much done.
And also, if there's any graffiti or anything that's very dangerous with the piece, email us right away. So, thank you.
Does a beehive count as danger? I don't know. I put it in my maintenance
Where,
stuff, but
which piece?
what is it? I just like trying to find the name of it. It's the I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Because I think we can tell Parks about it and they can.
It's along the river. It's the one that's like the mosaic-y kind of
Oh yeah.
I don't know, piece of the, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what park that is right now off of Hover.
Rogers Grove
Yes.
on the wall?
There's like a huge wasp nest over on that side. So like going over onto the east side, there's just like so many of them over there. So I put it in the maintenance request just as a note.
I think we can contact Parks to get that out because
Okay.
they're the ones that would be.
That would make sense, but yeah, it was just like, it wasn't really the art, but it was still definitely coming from the art in a weird way. And also to Castrol's Way had graffiti on it a while ago. I had told Angela about the graffiti. There's still a few spots of graffiti on that, but I put it in the report too, that I gave her. But I don't know if it was just not being able to come off, or if maybe the person that was cleaning it maybe missed that part, and I think I took a picture too, if I wasn't mistaken. But just on that was one thing I've seen recently. Also, does anybody know where Take Me Out to the Game is at?
It's in Sandstone Park, but it's like in the middle.
Okay, that's kind of why I
time
couldn't find it. I could not find it the other day, so I did somebody else's piece instead.
It's more toward Walmart,
Yeah.
and it's a big archway that goes over
Okay.
Over the
See,
block
I
to
figured
the
it was the archway, but I was like, I do not know where this is at, so, okay.
If you turn in the far east driveway that goes into Walmart, you can see it real clearly.
Okay, gotcha,
So you can just
gotcha.
set GPS.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, just make sure.
New business. Labels that we're still working on, and Collier Park. Can you talk about this, the Collier Park stuff?
I can talk a little bit about it, but Angela's been the one that's been dealing with it.
Yeah.
So we have had some issues with a neighbor in Collier Park with gazebo, which is the big round steel piece. It doesn't have any labels on it, and I guess children have been climbing on it.
Yeah.
And this resident is very upset that we don't have these currently. Angela has been trying to work very hard to get new labels for all the artworks that have up-to-date, Spanish translations, accessibility, all the things that we want to, make sure we're doing for all of the residents of Longmont, so everybody can access and understand what the piece is about. So she is trying to figure out the best way to do that. The label company there's just some issues with the agreement of what the labels should be, like physicality-wise. So she's just working on that, but if anybody asks you about labels, just let them know we are working on it, and we are working on it to the best of our ability based on all the things that we need to do.
I did talk to her about this a couple of weeks ago because I live not too far from here.
Oh, yeah.
I know Nettie does too, but the kids are climbing up in there. And there are signs on it now.
Temporary
that say,
signs, yes,
please
yeah,
respect public art, no climbing.
Which we also found some like chalk graffiti on that as well, maybe about a month ago too.
I found in the past, like tin cans and stuff left in the circles. Yeah, the big circle one.
I'm sure that Riz must have signed off on it at one point.
I
Those
think
kids.
it was
must have been a long
right, it was
time.
right between when Lauren left and Angela came, and I think that might have slipped through the cracks. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't see how Riz could possibly have signed off on
Or they've got more strength.
Oh, these kids are like really ingeniously monkeys now.
I chased a kid out of there, he took his skateboard up into one of the upper circles and he was gonna like, I yelled, so like that's right across the street from my house, I opened my front door, I saw this happening, and I'm like, you get down from there, and he says, go back in your house, old lady. He said,
That's
oh, I'm calling the police, right? I was like, ouch.
that. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. It's expensive what our hope was to like do all the signs for things that don't have any signs. And then do the signs for like tour walk kind of things that we're hoping to do. But I think we're rushing through the Collier Park signs because those need to go up right away. So that's going to be a little more expensive, but I don't think we can wait until we have everything all sorted
So
out.
that it's gonna be some kind of permanent signage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether we're still thinking about putting it on a pole or whether we're talking about putting it into like a rock that's there.
Because
I'm not
I
quite
think
sure.
when that was first installed, or early on, there were some small signs about like this, and then they kind of just.
Yeah, exactly why I think it was the whole thing, but
More permanent.
we're working on it as fast as we can, but
Yeah.
it takes time, and it takes time to get the signs made and then everything get approved. But the Collier Park is a high priority for getting signs for that.
It is
These are-
really highly used park. I mean, there are people there all the time, which is wonderful. I'd love to see it. But, it's just, it's supposed to happen. It's.
Yeah. And do not climb signs too. besides identifying signs, do not climb signs too. There are a lot of pieces that we have that the do not climb signs have worn away or gone away or whatever. And once we have one do not climb sign, then we can make a whole bunch of them and then we can have them. I don't know what the plan is there, but we're working on it. Just let anybody know that as we're working on it.
Okay.
Okay, commissioner comments? Anybody comments about anything?
I just have one comment. At AJ Davis, that has done the animated fox
Yeah.
and the birds. He's doing a mural in Longmont on the Lincoln Gallery, and I haven't been to see it yet. We're going to go ahead and do. But I thought it would be kind of interesting if we could see the. We could watch some of the video that's out about it, maybe next week or something.
Do you know what the subject matter of the new mural is?
I saw it actually was on the news.
Oh, okay.
But no, I can't think what it is. There were some flowers and stuff, I can't remember exactly.
It's on the library, so.
No, it's on the
Lincoln Gallery.
Lincoln Gallery,
Oh.
on the side, on one of the walls. I guess it's not done yet.
Does anybody know, is our 3D Rose and Fox working? Does it work now? Cindy, do you know?
I do not know. I haven't been there in ages.
Okay.
It really.
It has been working the last time I saw it. It's just the QR code. Okay, it's this lady.
It is.
There's like a vase.
The instructions
Oh,
need
yeah.
to be a little better. That you have to sit.
Oh,
Yeah,
You have to stand on the
it's
footsteps.
great.
So anyway, I just thought it was really interesting when I saw it on the news.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy too.
So that might be kind of fun.
Wow.
He's a really talented guy. Also, just very easy to work with.
Yeah, very nice guy.
All right.
Okay.
Any other comments? Thank you. That's awesome. I love that.
And I need and then we're at the end of the agenda. I need a motion to adjourn. Jennifer? Second? Iris? All in favor? 6. Opposed?
That's this meeting.
Yeah.
No, quick
Adjourned,
one.
huh? And we are adjourned at 6:49.